So the difference between multiple six-figure businesses and seven-figure businesses is this one thing, and this one thing is what's allowed my company to grow at a rapid rate this year. We've grown literally 8 to 9 months in a row all year without flatlining. And obviously there's been parts of the month, maybe there were small dips and stuff, but irrespective of maybe a big churn month or irrespective of issues, we've grown every month, 8 months in a row. And I attribute it to a few things, but this one thing in particular. And if you guys are new to the channel, then please like, comment, and share this with a friend that you think can get value out of this. But this is the difference between, I think, a six-figure business and a seven-figure business. Six-figure business owners are really, really good in which the founder is really good at selling. Like they're the main salesperson, they understand the product inside and out, and they can articulate it correctly in a really good way. And maybe they can teach one other person, and maybe they've built their company to a level where, you know, when they're there, it's running amazingly. But there's key man risk. And what I mean by key man risk is if the owner is away, or the primary salesperson is away that understands how everything works and everything's connected, and they're away for like a day, then the whole thing breaks. But I think a seven-figure company is one in which duplication is a must. That's something that I really think I've started to learn properly this year in terms of being able to document my strengths, document my weaknesses, how I overcame those weaknesses, understanding where they're capped and where to bring in help. But particularly when it comes to sales, the ability to duplicate yourself, I think, is one of the biggest hacks to breaking the six-figure per year business bracket. Currently, to date, in fact, in the last, it's the 9th of December, this month, and I say only, I've only closed 2 deals, but then I have another closer who's closed 2 deals, and I have another new closer who just closed his first deal on a Sunday. So nearly every day into the month, so we've already closed 5 or 6 deals this month, and then another closer got an upsell. So including myself, because I'm still largely part of the sales team, right? There's me, another person, and another person. 4 of us have made at least a sale 9 days into December. But this time last year, I was the only person selling, right? So a big part of this is for me to get good at sales. I had to do the reps, get better, etc. And then I was able to bring in someone who would come and jump on, you know, what was probably between 30 to 100 demo calls with me. He'd see me get rejected. He'd see how I talk. We'd debrief. He'd do it again, get him to do it. I'd watch him there, give him commission, even though I basically closed off the deal for him. But now it's to the point where that closer that I was training in the middle of the year, like I feed him, he's a better pitcher than me when it comes to certain niches that we have in my group. Because our agency's in a group style, group form. So, and that duplication now has allowed him to bring on a third closer, and then allowed us to now promote one of our other team members to closer as well, who's already closed the deal in like less than 2 weeks as a closer, right? So the speed and the feedback loop is getting faster, right? And now, again, including myself, we have around 5 closers, which is crazy because at the start of the year, I was the only closer, right? So one of our goals, for example, in 2026 is to get to at least a minimum of like 20 closes. And if we can get to 20 closes, well, like I'll put it this way, we're probably going to be in the top 0.1% of businesses, because right now we're already in the top 5 to 10% of all companies in Australia. And we're in the top single-digit percentile for marketing agencies in the country already. And we just have a small team of closers, right? So yeah, that's the thing that I think I've realized and I've come to learn is the big differentiator to being stuck at the 6-figure per year range in revenue and escaping into, you know, the 7-figure per year range. And look, this is still me learning on the fly in real time. So there's going to be a lot of failures and cool lessons on the way. But I reckon the sooner you can understand, if you can find a way to duplicate yourself and not be the key man, and I'm still largely the key man in my company, but I'm slowly graduating to not be. Slowly. Like again, like I even thought about it today. I was like, technically I could take the whole day off and our company will still make money, which is such a relieving thing. And I get excited because I remember the first day that one of my sales guys closed their first deal. Guys, in the best way, I got a bit emotional. Like I didn't get upset. I was like, finally, it took 6 years. to be able to be good enough to be able to lead a sales team. And now he does the interviews for me. I don't even have to interview salespeople anymore. I give it to my best sales guy, he screens them, and he makes better choices than me. Even our appointment setters, our second worst performing appointment setter was our best appointment setter like 3 months ago. So the velocity and the feedback loop is getting faster. And I think that's another reason why the rich get richer. There's just so much leverage in IP and intellectual property that you get that make you harder to compete with compared to people that are stuck where they're the only closer or the only person that's bringing in, the money for an organization. But for me, and I can say this with conviction, if I was to, and I'm not saying I'll do this because I still have certain beliefs, and I know what I'm driven a little bit more by fear than reward, but I could technically, not do sales for like a week, and our company will still probably close at least a couple deals, and MRR will go up and offset any churn that we had. Anyway, that's some food for thought. For all of you guys that are stuck in the mid 6-figure or low 6-figure a year range, I'm telling you that you got to be able to duplicate, and that's going to not set you free, but that's going to get you on the right trajectory.